Hey everybody out there on the internets, welcome back to another edition of Director Riff. Today I've got something for those people who are insane enough to procreate called Mr. Babyproofer from 1992. This is going to be one of those things where, I don't have the inclination for children, even though I like children's stuff. That sounded really wrong, but whatever. But this is all about apparently baby-proofing your house by a dude who wants to make sure that your crotch goblins can grow up to be productive citizens or crotch ogres. I don't know. I don't care. Let's find out what he's trying to peddle now. Ooh, the FBI is going to come after you if you copy this tape about safety for babies. Every home is different. That is true. Oh, we've got scrolling. Good gravy. What is this, Star Wars? Assumes the risk of damage or injury. Okay, so basically what they're saying is if you have the tendency to break your own shit while you're trying to make sure you don't, unalive your baby, this is what's going to happen. Oh, I thought that said booger entertainment. And I was like, well, that's probably apt. Want to pick my nose watching this shit.
Honey, have you seen my keys?
Who lives
Lindsay.
in this house? They've got a miniature golf course right in their front yard.
Lindsay, not the light socket.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's okay, but another inch closer and...
Honey, we've got to do something. This house is not safe for our baby.
I know.
It's not safe for anybody. I think Diddy owned it. We were paid $5 to make this song.
Hi, I'm Danny from Mr. Babyproofer.
Hi, Danny. Welcome.
Thanks.
Glad you're here. Lindsay's just been getting into everything.
Who's
Well,
Lindsay?
I'm here to make your
Where
house
am
safer
I?
for little Lindsay.
I hate all of
Drive
you.
you crazy.
That's terrific. Is there anything I can do to help?
No, I'm fine. If I need you, I'll give you a call.
Okay, we'll be playing out back.
Sounds fine. The best time
Oh,
to
yeah,
babyproof
lick
your
your
home
lips,
is when the
'cause
baby's
I love
between 4
baby
and 7 months
safety.
of age. You want to do it before the baby starts crawling and walking and getting into everything. Well, this is a good place to start right here.
I'm sure.
Baby's balance can be uncertain at best.
They
A carpet
typically
like this
walk
can
around
slip
like your
underneath
drunk
baby's
uncle on
feet and
Thanksgiving.
cause a bad fall. What you can do is take some foam grid padding, cut it to size, and place a carpet on top of the foam grid padding.
They
That'll
fall,
prevent the
fuck
carpet
it.
from
They
slipping
mend
out
quick.
from underneath baby's feet. Let's check out the rest of the house and see what other potential dangers we can find.
All I have to do is
One
walk 2
invaluable
inches and I see
baby-proofing
something that'll
tool
kill
is
it.
a portable fence like this. You may use this to prevent the child from getting into the fireplace, getting a hold of the fireplace utensils. Or
I'm
getting
sorry,
close
but
to
if
the
you have a
walls. You
fireplace,
may also use a piece of carpet on the fireplace
you
hearth to prevent
probably
injury.
won't be
Either
having
case,
children
the
because
best
you can
thing
afford a
wanna do is
fireplace.
keep the fireplace clean and remove all utensils and logs from the fireplace hearth. And if you don't want your house to blow up, I'd strongly recommend removing the gas fireplace key and keeping it high, well out of child's reach.
Normally that's what human beings do, but what do I know?
Tall items or anything that's taller than it is wider, like this, can be pulled over by a baby when they're learning how to stand up and walk. These type of things should be removed from the baby's environment. Let's take a look over
Just take
here.
away all of my fun here, bud.
Cords from answering machines or lamps.
Oh
or phones
wow,
like
an
these
answering
should be
machine.
bundled up and
I haven't
tied
seen
to
one of
bags
those in a
furniture.
decade or
What I
3.
use here is I use cable ties, and these are what hold and bundle the cords to the back of the furniture. Cords that are extended
Normally you
below
want to do that sort of thing
what I
when you
have
got
is a cord
50
casing
game
like
consoles
this.
behind your
And
TV
what
like
this
I
does is
do.
this wraps around the cords themselves and prevents the child from biting into the cord and getting electrocuted. Now,
No, I'd pay to see
cords that
that.
run across the floor like this, what I have is a cord cover. And what this does is the cord will go inside the cover itself, lay on the floor, and that prevents
I'm
the
seeing
child from
very
possibly
little
tripping
difference
over the
between
cords
baby
themselves.
safety and
Now let's take a look at the plugs
industrial
for the sockets
safety.
in the walls.
It sounds all the same to me right now.
Now, electrical sockets are another place that's going to require some care. A baby can lick a socket or take a wet hand and run it across the socket.
Why
or stick
do
a
you
metal
have
object
this
inside the socket.
obsession with moisture? You lick your lips a lot, and now you're talking about babies licking their hands.
Your socket plates. These are childproof plates, and there's a variety of ones on the market. These 3 are the standard 3 that are available. This plug allows you to pull the plug out.
Oh man, those
with
suck.
the twisting doors, so if you want to
Oh,
use
you want to be a DJ?
or an iron, it gives you easier access. This plate here, what it does, it locks the plug inside the socket, and you close the door over it, which means the plug cannot be pulled out at all.
But I
This plate
can't
here
even play my
does 2
Nintendo
ports at
with
the same
that.
time. And if you don't want to use either of these sockets, or you have a socket that has no plugs, either the top or the bottom, you can buy little plastic caps like these.
Oh, I'll get
press
some
into the
caps
holes.
for your
This
ass.
cap happens to be attached with a strap, which means if the child does pull
How many
the plug
times did you
out,
say that line,
or the
attached with
adult
a
takes it
strap?
out and doesn't put it back in, the child can't put it in their mouth and choke on it. I think that just about does it for here in the living room. Let's
The
move on.
first time I've seen a dude with like 6 inches of hair
Portable
on top of
fences
his
like this
head.
are good to use to block off fine pieces of furniture.
he can play
or
football
sculpture
right
such as
now.
this. Basically, any place that you can't baby-proof is where you
Who
want to
has
put
an
up a
art
fence to keep the
installation
child away
like
from
that?
getting into the dangers in the room.
Are you
I see
mad?
another problem over here that we need to discuss.
Who honestly would have that?
Plants and kids don't mix. Even if the plant is not poisonous.
So
the
I
child
can't
can
even
still
have my
easily fall,
cannabis plants.
put it in their mouth and
Great.
choke on it, or the dirt,
This is why I
the
don't
moss,
want
the rocks,
children,
and the
kids,
fertilizer can create the
because
same
I have to give
So you
up
wanna
my fun
separate the plants
stuff.
from the kids altogether. Next stop, the kitchen.
Oh, so we have to. Well, I mean, this is actually kind of smart. I'll give them this, that they're actually giving you bullet points on what to do. That's kind of smart. Separate plants from children. They are mortal enemies, and they will fight to
The
the
kitchen is
death.
probably one of the most dangerous rooms in the entire house. The first thing you're going
You
to
don't
want
have
to
to
do
be a
is
baby
attach
to know
latches
that,
on the
'cause all the
inside of
shit
all
can
your cabinets and
explode.
drawers. On here I have a one-piece latch. It's a self-locking device. When you close the drawer, it automatically catches on the framework and locks. Over here I have a two-piece latch where when you don't
No, you
have
keep
the
that shit for
framework,
your husband because he has a tendency to drink bleach.
I have one latch that attaches on the inside of the cabinet, and the second catch piece attaches on the inside of the framework. On locations where latches won't fit, you can install a cabinet lock over the handles or the knobs if they'll fit, which will also prevent the child from getting into the cabinetry. Now,
You
underneath the
know,
sink,
I
you
have
most of
learned,
your poisons. Everything
even
that's
though
down
I've
here has
never
gotta
had
come
children
up.
myself,
If the child does get
that
down here,
children
it
can
create
break
some
through
serious
whatever
injury.
security you
And even
put
if you
up.
have latches on
They
the
are
cabinet,
master
You're still going
thieves.
to want to remove all of this stuff and get it up high. Because if
Oh
a
my
latch
God,
breaks,
is that
or the child figures it out,
Pumbaa?
or adult forgets to close the cabinet, if the child gets down here, the stuff that's down
What
here
happened
can be
to you, buddy?
extremely dangerous.
Why do you
Now, even
gotta
if you
sit there and
throw
hold
bottles of
knives or
toxic chemicals, it's
celery or
important to wash
parsley
them
or
out
whatever
and
it
throw
is?
them out
It's so
outside.
sad.
Because even a small bit of fluid can be extremely poisonous to a child. Now over here we've got some pins and some magnets on the refrigerator. You want to remember to keep all
That's
of
a
these things
fridge?
off, because if they do pull off and fall to the ground, the child could potentially pick them up, put them in their throat, and choke on them. Now, over
Speaking
here
of
is the
choking
stove.
on
The
it,
stove is definitely one of the more dangerous spots in the kitchen. And what you're going to want to do when you're cooking, you want
see
to
now,
remember to put
now
all
I
the
have an
pot
eternal
handles and
fear
face them
of
in.
my own kitchen. I am
If at
so
all
scared that it's
possible,
going to kill
better
me.
to have your back burners
Like, I'm going to walk
first.
in there and the knives just
Now,
jump
when
out,
you're
jump out of
cooking,
the drawer and stab me
You're not going to want to
15
use these knob
times.
covers, but when you aren't cooking and you're out of the kitchen, if the child should get on top of the counter, what you want to do is put
What is the
stove knob
child doing
covers
on top of the
and
counter?
That protects the child from getting into the stove knobs and turning on the power.
If the kid's
Now, the
barely
best thing you wanna do
crawling,
for the
they
kitchen,
can't
because
be on the
there are so many
counter.
dangerous spots in here, is block it off completely. And what I recommend using are pressure gates into the doorways entering into the kitchen. Let's take a look
Just
over here
build
and see what some of our
walls,
options
all
are.
right? I mean, I hear the current
Oh, yeah.
president thinks that's a good idea, so I just build those and make the baby pay for it.
But before the baby gets in and burns your kitchen down, let's take a look at some pressure gates to keep the
Yeah,
baby
you
out.
let the you let the person who thinks they're the
Now, this is a
chef
wood
do
type
that.
pressure gate. The way this gate works is this crossbar here creates pressure, which holds the gate inside the opening. When you want to release
Oh,
the
babies can
mechanism,
hulk out and throw
lift
that
up on the
shit down.
crossbar, which releases the pressure, which allows you to remove the gate from the opening. Another type of gate I have over here.
It moved on its
requires placing a
own.
handle in the very center of the gate. Place the
Is
gate
it
inside
sentient?
the opening. Release the handle, and it again creates its own pressure, which holds it into the
I
opening.
feel like you're taking care of laundry and not, gating off babies. It did
What you can do
it
is take a 2x4, lay it down inside
But
the
what
opening,
about if the baby
and
wants
that'll
to
prevent
eat
the
dog
walker
food? What
from
about
going
that,
over.
bucko? What are we going to do with that?
Now, another real good reason for having pressure gates is pet food. Babies can get into the cat food or the dog food, put it in
Probably
their
learn to
mouth,
like it better.
potentially choke on it,
'Cause Gerber's
or
shit.
fall into the water dish and potentially drown. So you want to try to separate the baby from the pet food as best as possible. Let's move on into
Just
the
keep
next.
a baby in a fucking, rubber room. Just do that. Fully padded, can't do nothing, just, it's there. They can crawl around, vomit and shit. Oh, I'm glad they're giving bullet points because they're over the things I've talked over. Not that I really care.
More and more people are working out of home offices today. So you're going to want to remember to tie
Are you
and
from
bundle
the
up all of your
future?
loose cords and wires from computers and phones and answering machines. You also want to remember to keep a list of emergency phone numbers close by the phone in case you do have an emergency. This is also another
sorry,
real good
bud, we
area
got
for
cell
using
phones
portable
nowadays.
fence
Don't need 'em.
to block off a child from the area altogether.
Wow.
Let's
That
go take a look at
laptop
the
looks
bar.
like it could take, bullets from a 45 Magnum and still
Alcohol
keep
can
going.
be extremely toxic for a young baby, so you want to remember to keep all of your alcohol high, well out of child's reach. And you'll also want to put a latch on this cabinet as well.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to share my bourbon with
You
my
want to keep
baby.
your baby away from the entertainment system. And to keep your baby from putting food and toys in the VCR, you want to attach
Yeah,
the
I
VCR
damn near
lock
killed a What
top
the
of your
hell is
VCR, And
that?
that'll keep your baby and your VCR out of trouble.
Just because I threw a peanut butter and jelly sandwich
When
into a
baby's learning how to
VCR once
stand
doesn't
and walk,
mean it's a
babies
bad
can
thing.
Use items like this table to pull themselves up. Now, a glass table like this is not a good idea to have in the child's environment because the baby can
Just
climb on
get
top
rid of
the
everything
table,
you
the glass
own.
can break,
Make sure the
cause
baby
serious
has
damage. This
nothing
table,
that can
however,
fuck it
happens
up.
to be extremely thick
I mean, that
glass.
pig looks like
You
it's
still have a
seen some
danger
shit.
problem with the edge and the corners. So what I've done is I've taken a foam wrap which goes around all the edges and the corners, and that helps softens up any danger factors.
God.
Now, another successful thing that I found
This
is
kid's gonna
Converse
This
foam
kid's gonna grow
wrap.
to be so
What
coddled.
this does, it
It's
comes
not gonna be able to
slit
take
down
a
the middle,
bump.
and it will just slide over the edge of the table. Another item the baby might pull themselves up with could be light furniture or wicker furniture like this stand.
Oh
Now,
yeah,
wicker
wicker
and kids
furniture
don't
back when that
mix.
was a
If the
thing.
baby does pull a piece of the wicker off, the baby can put that in their mouth and choke on it. Or
I'm
since the
starting to
furniture is
detect a
light,
certain
it can
fetish
topple over
that
on
you
top of
have,
themselves
sir.
and create injury.
And I'm a little
No matter how you look
disturbed
at
by it.
wicker and small pieces of furniture and babies don't mix. Let's keep moving.
Does anything mix with babies? Because it sounds like they're gasoline. Like they're just volatile. Period. Like anything's gonna, you put them next to something, they're gonna catch fire or explode, or it's gonna cause a plane to crash out of the sky. Shit, man. This is the baby's bedroom.
Once
This
baby
is the
begins
deadliest
moving
place
around,
of
the
all.
changing table becomes a source of concern. The medications, the lotions, and the oils on the bottom two shelves should be placed up high in a closet behind a locked door. And remember, when you're changing your baby,
Because babies
never
know
leave your
how to
baby unattended,
frickin',
and always use the changing
pick
table
locks.
straps. Pictures and wall hangings above changing tables and cribs should not be used because the baby can pull them down on top of themselves. Let's take a look over here at the crib. When baby
This
reaches
is a
5 to
death
7
trap.
months of age,
Everything
you're gonna
about
wanna
this
remove
bed
the
is
mobile
wrong.
From the crib, or at least get it up out of baby's reach. If baby pulls the mobile down, the strings could wrap around baby's fingers or throat. Activity
The
centers,
hell,
busy
dude?
boxes, and mirrors should be attached to the back rail in the middle because the baby can use those like a ladder to climb up and out of the crib. Let's
I
move on.
mean, honest to what? This kid has a slide? Shit,
For
man.
safety's sake, I recommend a nightlight in the baby's room at all times. Here's another point. Kids
I
love
love
to climb on
plushies.
furniture, and if they do, the furniture can topple over on them. What I recommend doing is getting an L bracket, attaching this to the back of the furniture.
So you want me to ruin my
attaching that to the
walls
wall.
and my
That will prevent the
drywall
item from
and
pulling over on top of the
all
shelf.
this
Let's
shit
go.
because Junior's too fucking stupid?
Cribs should not be placed under windows because if the window should break, pieces of the glass can land inside of the crib. Now, windows in the baby's
Look,
room
just
should be
because
kept
I live in
locked.
Tornado
You're not
Alley
allowed to
doesn't
open up
mean
any
that's
wider
not a
than
bad
4 inches.
idea. Just
Now,
keep the
there are
kid
a
next to
variety
the
of
window to be
locks
fine.
that
It
are
needs to
available
look
on
at
the
some
market,
shit.
And depending on the type of window you have, will decide which lock will work for you. You're also going to want to remember to keep up all of your curtain cords and Venetian blind cords up out of child's reach. Let's continue.
Yes, let's continue. So, what I gather is, if I want this kid to be sort of free roaming, I gotta give up everything I own. If I don't want to give up everything I own, then I should probably wrap the kid up in swaddling clothes and so they look like a walking potato if
Now,
they
here in
can
the
walk at
bathroom,
that
you're
point.
pretty much going to want to do the same type of things you did in the kitchen. You're going to want to latch up all of your drawers and cabinets. Now, even if you have latches on here, you're going to want to get all of your medications and razors up high out of baby's reach. Preferably putting them in some sort of a lock box like this that requires an adult-sized finger to open up.
Good gravy, they don't need an ammo box to keep their
On your
drugs in.
toilets, there's 2 reasons for a lock. One of which to keep the child from falling into the toilet bowl and not having enough strength to get back out and potentially drowning. The other reason is to keep a child from putting a toy in a bowl and clogging up the pipes. The lock
Oh my
basically just
God.
attaches onto the side of the bowl.
What
with a
are
clamp,
people
and the flap
doing?
comes up and
Like,
prevents
is the
toilet
baby
being
just an
lifted up.
accessory?
Now the waste paper basket should also be kept up high because everything you throw away in
Fuck
the basket
no, because
is
that's where all the
extremely dangerous.
stinky stuff is. You think I want to smell any of that?
Take a
Much
look
less
over here in
see
the
it?
bathtub. Here in the
This is
bathtub,
where I
you're gonna wanna
relax.
remember to
What
remove
the
your
fuck
shampoos and
is
soap
with
from
the
around the
spigot?
edge. Even a small bar of soap can slip down a baby's throat and choke them. A faucet cover on the faucet will prevent the baby from banging their head into the spout.
Oh,
And knob
please.
covers over the handle
It'll do
will prevent
wonders
the baby
for
from
them.
accidentally turning on the hot water. And that's a critical point. You're going to want to remember to turn your water heater down to 120 degrees or less to prevent scalding.
You know, I didn't grow up with any of this stuff, and I came out relatively unscathed. I can't even shit in my own bathroom because I gotta have a lock. God. Any of you that are parents out there, how did you deal with this? Because I don't see it. I don't see the benefits of any of
Plastic
it.
cleaner bags should be removed from the clothes before you bring them into the house, for 2 reasons. One, a child can suffocate in the plastic bag or pull pieces of the plastic off and choke on them. I also suggest locking the closet off by either using a hook and eye or a deadbolt.
God, you
keeping
gotta
the
have
child
things
out
more
altogether.
locked down more than the
Babies
pandemic
can pull
did.
the rubber stops off the end of the door stops, and they can potentially swallow them. What I recommend using are baby-proof door stops that are one piece like this. Falls down stairways are probably one of the most common injuries in 2-story homes.
And they're the most
Must put up
hilarious.
Installed gates on both top and bottom of the stairway. As
Who can
well as
afford a
install
house like
wood
this?
Panels along the 2nd-story banister rail to prevent the child from falling through the rail to the floor below. Banisters that are 3.5 to 4 inches wide or have decorative elements that the baby might use to climb and step over the banister, I'd recommend installing acrylic panels onto the rail. What I've done
God
is I've measured the
almighty,
approach
you
from
have
the
to
floor
overhaul
to the
your
top
own
part of
home
the
if you want
banister.
one of these
And I use
things.
electronic cable ties.
All because you
secure the
wanted to
plexiglass
bump
in place.
uglies. This is what you gotta do as a consequence.
Pressure gates shouldn't be used on stairways. If a baby should lean or push on a pressure gate, the gate will pop out of the opening. What you'll need to do is put up a couple
I didn't like
installed
babies
gates on
before,
both the top
but now
and
I hate
bottom
them.
of the stairway. First, you'll need to put in a couple mounts in the opening. First, I put on one mount onto the wall side, which is a 3/4 by 3/4 piece of maple wood.
You got it. Like
On
the
the
moment
banister
you
side,
find out
I
that
use
you're
5
pregnant,
electronic
it sounds
cable
like you
ties to
have
hold
to
the mount onto the
baby-proof the
banister.
entire fucking
You open the
place.
gate, you squeeze one clip on the open end side on 4 eye hooks that are attached to the mounts. Slide the gate back and swing it open and go through the opening.
And it sounds
If you wish
like
to
it
remove
costs
the gate,
thousands, if
squeeze
not
one
millions
clip on
of
the
dollars to
inside,
do all
and
this.
the gate can come off completely. These type of gates are the best form
Is
of
that the
protection
baby
there is
down
for
there?
stairways.
I mean, I haven't seen it move. Is it alive? God. I don't. I just. again, the more I watch this, the angrier I get.
Well, I think that just about does it for this home.
Can't say the same for your hair. John Lovitz is just
Even though
tuckered
you've done
out.
your best to make your home safer, remember, there is no such thing as a completely baby-proofed home. Accidents can happen. A first aid
I mean,
kit
just
should
look
be
at
in the
this
house
man.
at all times,
He was an
and
accident.
it's a good idea to take first aid and baby CPR classes. Babies are amazing.
No, they're
You'll find
not.
a multitude of danger spots in your house. So remember, the best form of protection there is you. You should never leave your baby unattended. So keep an eye on your kids.
How in the hell am I
They're
gonna
worth
sleep?
every second of your attention.
Yeah, my wife and I made the right decision saying we didn't want kids. Because looking at all of this, I'm like, no. Ooh, we're doing some transitions. We're getting crazy. Now we gotta have fire extinguishers. I mean, I would be tempted to put the baby out with a fire extinguisher. Again, like, seriously, in my house, I would have to get rid of so much stuff. Just in this office, this baby would die 15 times over, at least. Babies don't need a nightlight. They're fine. Get them used to staying in the dark. It's not so bad. Dark is nice. $120 degrees. Good gravy. I'm not gonna even feel anything. Put the baby in the closet for proper storage. Yeah, like seriously. The only people who could afford doing this baby proofing are the people that own that house because they got the money to do it. If this had more than 5 people involved, I'm going to be impressed. Booger. There was a writer? Or 4. On 5. So we gotta talk about the actors, so that's at least 6. There's you had to have a director? Oh. I would have had no idea they were related. Oh my god, the gaffer went through life in misery because he was named Durr. Oh good, the tracking's gonna eat this. Can get
The Mr. Babyproofer video takes you step by step through your home and points out dangers that could injure your child. To order Mr. Babyproofer video,
I mean, he sounds
please
like
call
Robert
the number
Stack.
shown on the screen.
Ding. Like it's Unsolved Mysteries. Wow. So I didn't want children before, and now I really don't. Congratulations. More evidence on why it was a good idea that I did not procreate. So thank you, Mr. Babyproofer. I don't want to be a part of this. So until next time, party people, toodles.